We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go. Send logo.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
First carry for James Conner. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rudolph. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, let's go. Hey, come on out here. Come on. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Ready?
From the gun, a give to Conner. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
On the ready.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
That's another
60 out, Lord.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Flare. Deuce.
Greystone, travel.
Tighten up. Watch the edge.
Snap.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And now it's 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Here's Rudolph. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Rudolph throwing again. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Ready. 30 base.
53. Mike, 53.
And let's pin them here.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Rudolph. open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Well, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. 30. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And some space here.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
At the 29-yard line.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, it's Connor trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Rudolph. Screen pass to Connor. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. One for Mike. Watch one. Watch one. Here we go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Steelers 7.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rudolph now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Breeze now to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Connor on first down, able to take this one forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Hey, whoa.
On first down, Rudolph. Washington's got it. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
61, match box, right.
On first down, Connor. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down now, it's Connor. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing on second down, Breeze. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 5-8. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. A gain of 6 there on first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Breeze. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. There he goes, left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, 77 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
How about the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A run for Nick Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Breeze. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Breeze to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Black 20.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Black 30.
They're not ready for this, man.
Easy.
They still playing soft.
Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
But for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Landry. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
12. Check 13. Kill. Blue draw quarters. 26 Mike. Let's go 21.
Now Breeze. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Kill. 36.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man. That's Landry. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 6.
Start! 180! 51!
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Roethlisberger now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Ready? Like 80!
Stop your whining.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
I'm coming for
Take 2 of them.
Check your hot read.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the 1st-round pick out of Alabama. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready?
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
That's good for us, Steelers.
They'll run on first down. Connor. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
At their own 25-yard line.
That, black 20.
51, Mike, 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Double bump.
Slam, slam.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lucky.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Cleveland, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.